New York in the 1950s was a place of noise, motion, and endless stories. Yet some of its most powerful memories did not come from bright diners or famous restaurants. They came from simple foods that carried comfort through busy streets and long workdays. Today, one of those foods has almost disappeared, and most people have no idea how important it once was. In this video, we are going back to the sidewalks, steam carts, and crowded corners of mid-century New York to uncover a dish that shaped daily life and quietly slipped out of history. If you enjoy finding the flavors that time tried to erase, then make sure you stay with me until the end. What you are about to discover will reveal a forgotten part of the city's heart, and it will give new meaning to how food connects generations. Welcome to America's Lost Recipes. The 1950s New York hand-rolled knish. The first forgotten food of 1950s New York is the hand-rolled knish, a street snack that once fed thousands of busy workers every single day. It may look simple at first glance, but its story holds the spirit of a city built on effort, hope, and shared struggle. If you stay with me through this segment, you will understand why this humble food mattered more than most people realize. In the mid-century rush of New York, life moved with sharp precision. Factory whistles marked the hours. Subways carried crowds from dawn until deep evening. People needed something warm, filling, and inexpensive, and the knish answered that need flawlessly. Vendors stood behind metal carts that filled the air with steam, each one guarding a recipe carried from an old world into a new life. The knish of that era was not the small, uniform bakery version seen today. It was larger, softer, and shaped by the hands of someone who learned the craft through memory instead of measurement. Most were made with mashed potatoes mixed with pepper, onions, and a modest amount of fat. The dough wrapped around the filling like a blanket, forming a treat that stayed warm even in the sharp winter wind. Children bought one on the walk home. Office workers grabbed one before long meetings. Streetcar drivers ate one during short breaks. For many immigrant families, the flavor reminded them of home and brought comfort during difficult years. But as the 1960s approached, street vendors faced rising fees and strict regulations. One cart after another closed, and the original knish slowly disappeared from the sidewalks that once depended on it. This food was more than a snack. It was a small piece of New York's heart, carried inside a warm bite that deserves to be remembered. The classic New York egg cream. The second forgotten food of 1950s New York is the classic egg cream, a drink that amazed generations without containing egg or cream. It may seem unusual today, yet in mid-century New York, it was more than a beverage, it was a ritual and a symbol of community. If you continue watching, you will discover why this sweet, fizzy drink mattered to families across the city. Egg creams appeared in soda fountains, lunch counters, and corner shops. Children saved coins to experience the magic. Adults ordered them after work to enjoy a moment of relief and delight. The drink combined cold milk, seltzer water, and chocolate syrup, creating a frothy, sparkling mixture that felt indulgent while remaining inexpensive. Its charm came from the process as much as the flavor. The seltzer was poured quickly, the foam formed naturally, and each glass looked slightly different, making it unique to every customer. In the 1950s, egg creams were a marker of social life. Teenagers lingered at counters, swapping stories while the soda jerk prepared drinks with practiced skill. Immigrant families shared it as a small luxury that connected generations, bridging the old world and the new. The drink was simple, yet it carried weight in memory and experience. By the late 1960s, mass-produced soda and the rise of fast food chains changed the landscape. Egg creams became less common, relegated to a few remaining fountains in family-run shops. The art of making one by hand, with precise timing and gentle pouring, gradually faded. Today, the egg cream survives as a nostalgic taste of 1950s New York, a reminder that even the simplest foods can hold culture, history, and emotion. It is a beverage that once united neighborhoods, created smiles, and symbolized a shared daily joy, and it deserves to be remembered by anyone who loves the lost flavors of the city. The 1950s New York Pickle Sandwich. The third forgotten food of 1950s New York is the pickle sandwich, a creation that seems simple but carried deep meaning for city dwellers. It may appear modest today, yet in its time, it offered sustenance, flavor, and a connection to tradition. If you continue watching, you will understand why this sandwich earned a place in the daily lives of countless New Yorkers. In the busy streets of mid-century Manhattan and Brooklyn, people needed meals that were portable, affordable, and satisfying. Vendors sold sandwiches that could be eaten while walking or during a brief break. The pickle sandwich was one such item. It consisted of soft white bread, a thick layer of freshly sliced pickles, and sometimes a touch of mustard. The combination provided a crisp, tangy, and refreshing bite that contrasted sharply with the monotony of industrial work and long subway commutes. For immigrant communities, particularly those with Eastern European roots, the pickle sandwich carried cultural significance. Pickling was a family tradition, and the flavors reminded many of home. Children often traded pennies to enjoy one after school, while adults selected it as a quick lunch or snack. Each bite was simple, yet it was infused with nostalgia and familiarity. By the late 1960s, commercialized food and fast service shops began to dominate the city. Hand-prepared pickle sandwiches became increasingly rare. The careful layering, the balance of acidity, and the portability that defined this street food gradually disappeared from daily life. Today, the pickle sandwich exists mostly in memory and in a few specialty shops. It was more than a sandwich, it was an edible connection to family, community, and the streets of New York. Remembering it allows us to taste history and appreciate the ways simple foods once shaped daily life in a city that never paused. The 1950s New York Salted Pretzel Cart. The fourth forgotten food of 1950s New York is the salted pretzel sold from street carts, a snack that filled streets with aroma and offered comfort to countless city workers. Today, pretzels may appear as simple souvenirs or packaged snacks, yet in the 1950s, they were central to the rhythm of daily life. If you continue watching, you will discover why this humble bread shaped the routines of New Yorkers. In mid-century Manhattan, the streets were alive with movement. Factory laborers, delivery men, and office clerks needed quick, warm, and inexpensive food. The pretzel cart met that need perfectly. Vendors twisted dough by hand, boiled it briefly, and sprinkled coarse salt on top before baking it to golden perfection. Each pretzel was fresh, soft on the inside, and slightly crisp on the outside, providing a satisfying snack that could be eaten in a single hand while continuing work. For immigrant communities, particularly German and Eastern European families, pretzels carried cultural weight. They reminded people of hometown traditions, Sunday markets, and family kitchens. Children eagerly pressed coins into a vendor's hand for a warm, fragrant pretzel. Adults relied on them as a practical and comforting bite during long shifts. By the late 1960s, pretzel carts faced rising city regulations, higher operating costs, and competition from fast food establishments. One by one, the carts vanished, taking with them the intimacy and flavor of hand-prepared street food. The art of crafting fresh pretzels by hand in the open air became a memory. Today, the salted pretzel serves as a symbol of New York's street food history, a reminder that even the simplest snacks once played a vital role in daily life. Remembering the pretzel cart allows us to appreciate the flavors, labor, and community of a city that once stopped briefly to enjoy a warm twist of dough in a bustling street corner. The 1950s New York hot dog cart. The fifth forgotten food of 1950s New York is the classic hot dog from street carts, a simple dish that once defined the city's fast, flavorful, and affordable street culture. Today, hot dogs are familiar, yet few remember the hand-prepared versions that filled the streets and energized millions of New Yorkers. If you continue watching, you will understand why this humble food carried more than taste, it carried community, history, and daily ritual. In the bustling avenues of mid-century New York, workers needed meals that could be eaten quickly and provided warmth during cold months. Hot dog vendors filled this need with carts stationed on every corner. Sausages were boiled or grilled, placed in soft buns, and topped with mustard, onions, or sauerkraut. The aroma drew crowds, creating small gathering points where strangers paused to share a moment, however brief, in a city that never slowed. For immigrant families, particularly German and Eastern European communities, hot dogs were a continuation of culinary tradition adapted to city life. Children lined up after school, office employees grabbed one on their lunch breaks, and night shift workers relied on them to keep energy high during long hours. Each bite combined convenience, flavor, and the comfort of familiarity. By the late 1960s, many carts disappeared due to stricter city regulations and the rise of packaged, fast food alternatives. The intimacy of street vendors preparing food by hand faded. Hot dogs became commercialized, losing the personalized touch and connection to local communities that had once defined them. Today, remembering the hot dog carts of 1950s New York is more than nostalgia. It is an acknowledgement of how simple, accessible food once connected lives, provided warmth, and brought joy to the city's streets. This forgotten food serves as a reminder that even everyday meals can shape history and memory. The 1950s New York cheese blintz. The seventh forgotten food of 1950s New York is the cheese blintz, a delicate pastry that once delighted families across the city. Today, it is nearly invisible outside specialty bakeries, yet in mid-century New York, it was a comforting treat that represented tradition, care, and shared moments. If you continue watching, you will understand why the cheese blintz was more than a dessert, it was a connection to home. Cheese blintzes were thin crepes filled with sweetened farmer's cheese, sometimes enhanced with a touch of lemon zest or vanilla. They were folded carefully and lightly fried or baked until golden. The result was a tender, slightly crisp exterior surrounding a rich, creamy interior. Families often served them on weekends, during holidays, or for special breakfasts, creating memories that lingered far beyond the meal itself. In the 1950s, these pastries were central to many immigrant households, particularly those of Eastern European descent. They reminded people of family kitchens left behind and traditions carried across the ocean. Children anticipated them eagerly, while parents took pride in preparing a dish that required skill, patience, and attention to detail. In crowded city apartments, the aroma of cooking blintzes offered warmth and comfort, creating a small haven in the midst of urban bustle. By the late 1960s, convenience foods and prepackaged pastries began to dominate. The careful hand preparation that defined cheese blintzes became less common. Neighborhood bakeries that once offered fresh blintzes daily closed or shifted focus. This delicate pastry, which had once symbolized both family and culture, slowly faded from everyday life. Remembering the cheese blintz is a reminder of how food carries memory, care, and connection. It is a taste of 1950s New York that deserves to be rediscovered, celebrated, and preserved as part of the city's forgotten culinary heritage. The 1950s New York bialy. The eighth forgotten food of 1950s New York is the bialy, a small, chewy roll that once filled the streets with aroma and sustained generations. Today, bagels dominate the city, yet the bialy was the original New York street bread for many families. If you continue watching, you will see why this overlooked roll was a daily ritual and a symbol of community in the mid-century city. Bialys were round, flat rolls with a depression in the center, often filled with sautéed onions, poppy seeds, or garlic. Unlike bagels, they were not boiled before baking. The texture was soft but slightly chewy, with a crisp edge that made each bite distinct. They were inexpensive, portable, and satisfying, ideal for workers, students, and families on the go. In the 1950s, bialys held cultural significance, especially for Jewish immigrant families who brought recipes from Poland. Children carried them to school in paper bags, while parents purchased them daily from local bakeries or pushcarts. Each roll connected generations through flavor and memory. The smell of freshly baked bialys drifting through streets created a sense of neighborhood and belonging, even in a crowded, fast-moving city. By the late 1960s, bagels grew in popularity due to mass production and marketing, overshadowing bialys. Many bakeries shifted focus, and the traditional bialy gradually disappeared from daily life. Its preparation required skill and attention, making it harder to compete with faster alternatives. Remembering the bialy is more than nostalgia. It is a reminder of a food that shaped daily routines, created community bonds, and carried history in every bite. This forgotten roll deserves recognition as one of New York's culinary treasures, a taste that once made the city's streets smell like home. The 1950s New York Knish Roll. The 10th and final forgotten food of 1950s New York is the Knish roll-up, a variation of the classic knish that has nearly vanished from memory. Today, it is seldom seen outside historical accounts or specialty bakeries, yet in its time, it was a practical, beloved snack that represented the ingenuity and resilience of city life. If you continue watching, you will understand why this version of the knish deserves recognition alongside its hand-rolled predecessor. The knish roll-up consisted of seasoned mashed potatoes or other vegetable fillings, wrapped in a thin sheet of dough, then baked or lightly fried. Unlike the large, hand-rolled knishes sold from pushcarts, the roll-up was designed for portability. It could be eaten quickly, carried from factory to office, or packed for school lunches. Its compact shape made it ideal for the fast pace of New York streets while maintaining the familiar, comforting flavor of traditional knishes. In the 1950s, this snack was particularly popular among working-class families and immigrant communities. Children grabbed them after school, streetcar operators carried them on shifts, and office clerks selected them as a convenient lunch. Each bite offered warmth, sustenance, and a connection to culinary traditions carried from Eastern Europe. By the late 1960s, the knish roll-up declined due to urban regulations, rising rents, and the spread of packaged convenience foods. The hand-prepared skill required to create these snacks was lost, and the roll-up disappeared from daily life. Remembering the knish roll-up allows us to taste history, heritage, and the practical creativity of 1950s New Yorkers. It is a food that nourished a city, connected families, and left a subtle yet enduring mark on culinary memory. Rediscovering it completes the story of a decade of forgotten street foods that shaped everyday life in New York.